In the last episode, we saw humanity rise from the ashes of exile to become the dominant force in the galaxy, forging powerful bonds with overlooked species and leveraging cutting-edge technology to outmaneuver their enemies. At the forefront of this resurgence stood our young entrepreneur, now a seasoned leader who had guided humanity to greatness. Darkness, silence, the soft hum of machinery in the distance, a faint, flickering light. A single, piercing blue eye stared back at me like a shard of ice in an endless void. I tried to remember to recall the events that led me here, but my mind was a jumble of broken memories and fragmented thoughts. The eye blinked. A faint memory stirred like a whisper in the wind. A name, my name, Axel Vander. The machinery hummed louder and the light grew brighter, illuminating the cold, metallic walls of a cryopod. I was suspended in stasis, preserved for an unknown duration, as the galaxy outside continued to evolve without me. A soft, melodic voice whispered in my ear, "Axel Vander, you have been in stasis for 273 years. Your empire has endured, but the galaxy has changed. The old Galactic Council has been replaced by a new, more sinister force. Your people need you, Axel. The human empire needs you." I struggled to free myself from the cryopod's restraints, my muscles weak from centuries of inactivity. As I emerged into the bright, sterile lighting of the stasis chamber, a figure awaited me. "Axel Vander," she said with a slight bow. "I am Aurora, your personal AI assistant. The human empire has prospered under your leadership, but new challenges have arisen. We have much to discuss." Aurora presented me with a holographic display, and I gazed upon the wonders of humanity's progress. Our empire had expanded across the galaxy, with thriving colonies and bustling trade routes. We had forged alliances with the insectoid Kralian, the enigmatic energy beings known as the Luminari, and other species. But amidst this prosperity, I sensed a growing unease. Our enemies had regrouped, and a new, mysterious force had emerged to challenge our dominance. The old Galactic Council's remnants had coalesced into a shadowy organization, hell-bent on dismantling our empire. I felt a familiar fire ignite within me, a burning determination to protect and guide humanity. I was ready to face the challenges ahead, to forge new alliances and outmaneuver our foes. "The future is uncertain, Aurora," I said, my voice firm and resolute. "But with my vision and leadership, I am confident that humanity will emerge stronger than ever." Aurora nodded, her digital eyes gleaming with a newfound intensity. "Then let us begin. Axel Vander, the galaxy awaits." As I stepped out of the stasis chamber, Aurora led me to a sleek, silver transportation pod waiting outside. The pod's hatch slid open, revealing a plush, velvet-lined interior. I settled into the comfortable seating, and Aurora assumed a position beside me, her holographic form flickering as she accessed the pod's systems. "Destination, Axel Vander?" she asked, her melodic voice accompanied by a soft chime. "The Imperial Throne," I replied, my eyes fixed on the pod's main display. The holographic map of the galaxy sprang to life, zooming in on the central hub of human territory, the sprawling, majestic city-planet of Nova Terra. "Course plotted, Axel Vander," Aurora confirmed as the pod's engines hummed to life. We shot through the vacuum of space, Nova Terra's gleaming spires and glittering skyscrapers growing larger with each passing moment. As we entered the planet's atmosphere, the pod's exterior shell glowed with a soft, fiery light. I felt a rush of excitement, my senses heightened as the familiar sights and sounds of humanity's capital began to unfold before me. We landed on the Imperial Throne's designated platform, and I stepped out into the warm, golden light of Nova Terra's dual suns. The throne's grand, crystal-encrusted spire towered above me, its peak lost in the clouds. I breathed in the scent of freshly polished marble and the distant tang of exotic spices, feeling the weight of my responsibilities settle back onto my shoulders. This was home, the heart of humanity's empire, where I had shaped the destiny of my people. Aurora accompanied me as I strode toward the throne's entrance, my footsteps echoing off the polished stone floor. We passed through layers of security, Aurora seamlessly clearing each checkpoint with her advanced clearance. Finally, we reached the grand audience chamber, its walls lined with glittering, gemstone-studded tapestries. The room was filled with dignitaries from across the galaxy, their faces etched with concern and curiosity. At the far end of the chamber, seated upon the throne itself, was a figure I knew all too well, my trusted advisor, Admiral Ilara Vex. Her piercing green eyes locked onto mine, a hint of relief flickering across her expression. "Axel Vander," she said, her voice low and urgent. "The galaxy is on the brink of chaos. The remnants of the old Galactic Council have forged an alliance with a rogue faction of the Luminari. They seek to dismantle our empire, piece by piece." I felt a cold, calculated anger rising within me, my mind racing with the implications of this new threat. The Luminari, once our allies, now turncoats. "The human empire will not be intimidated," I declared, my voice echoing through the chamber. "We will forge new alliances, adapt and overcome. The future of humanity is at stake, and I will not let it be threatened." Aurora stepped forward, her holographic form shimmering as she accessed the chamber's main console. "Axel Vander, I have accessed the Luminaris communication channels. I can provide you with real-time data on their movements and strategies." I nodded, my determination growing with each passing moment. The game of galactic politics had just taken a deadly turn, and I was ready to play. "It's time to take back control, Aurora," I said, my eyes locked on the stars beyond the throne's windows. "Let us show the galaxy what it means to be human." The chamber fell silent, the weight of my words hanging in the air like a challenge. Admiral Vex's expression turned grave, her gaze darting between me and the gathering of dignitaries. Aurora's holographic form remained steady, her processing units humming as she continued to analyze the Luminaris communications. I took a deep breath, my mind racing with strategies and alliances. The remnants of the old Galactic Council, combined with the rogue Luminari faction, posed a formidable threat. But I had faced impossible odds before, and humanity had emerged victorious every time. "Aurora, establish a secure channel with our allies," I ordered, my voice firm and decisive. "I want to speak with the KTKTK Emperor, the Zelkonian Matriarch, and the Xilian Ambassador. We need to forge a unified front against this new threat." Aurora nodded, her form flickering as she worked her way through the complex web of intergalactic communication networks. The chamber's main display flickered to life, casting a warm, blue-green glow across the gathered dignitaries. The KTKTK Emperor's chitinous face appeared on the screen, its mandibles clicking rapidly as it spoke. "Axel Vander, I sense the tremors of desperation in the Luminaris actions. They will stop at nothing to regain their lost power. We stand with humanity as we have since the dawn of our alliance." I nodded, a sense of gratitude washing over me. The KTKTK Empire, with its vast network of underground tunnels and caverns, had proven to be a steadfast ally in the past. Next, the Zelkonian Matriarch's serene face appeared, her voice like a gentle breeze on a summer's day. "Axel Vander, we Zelkonians have watched the Luminaris betrayal with great interest. We will not stand idly by as they seek to dismantle the progress we have made together. Our fleets are at your disposal." The Xilian ambassador's angular face appeared last, its voice like a sharp, crystalline shard. "Axel Vander, the Xilian Assembly has voted in favor of supporting humanity in this conflict. We will not be swayed by the Luminaris' empty promises and deceit." I smiled, a sense of determination solidifying within me. The galaxy's most powerful empires stood united against the rogue Luminari faction and the remnants of the old Galactic Council. The game had just gotten a lot more interesting. "Aurora, transmit our gratitude to our allies," I said, my voice filled with conviction. "It's time to take the fight to our enemies. I want a strategic briefing prepared, detailing our next course of action. We will not be intimidated and we will not be defeated." The chamber erupted into a flurry of activity, dignitaries scrambling to prepare for the coming battle. I stood tall, my eyes locked on the stars beyond the throne's windows, my heart pounding with anticipation. The fate of humanity hung in the balance, and I was ready to lead the charge as the chamber bustled with activity. I couldn't help but feel a sense of nostalgia wash over me. It was moments like these that reminded me of the early days, when humanity was still finding its footing in the galaxy. The desperation, the uncertainty, the sheer determination to survive, it was all so familiar. But this time, things were different. We had come a long way since those tumultuous early years. We had formed powerful alliances, forged unbreakable bonds, and built an empire that would be the envy of the galaxy. I turned to Aurora, my trusted AI companion who was busy analyzing the Luminaris communications patterns. "Aurora, what's the latest on the Luminaris movements?" I asked, my voice low and intent. "Axel, I've detected a faint energy signature emanating from the outer rim of the galaxy," she replied, her holographic form flickering with intensity. "It's faint, but I believe it may be a hidden luminary base, cloaked in an advanced stealth technology." My eyes narrowed, my mind racing with possibilities. A hidden base could mean only one thing: the Luminari were planning something big. "Aurora, can you pinpoint the location?" I asked, my voice urgent. "I'm trying, Axel," she replied, her processing units humming as she worked through the complex calculations. "But their stealth technology is advanced and it's taking time to crack the encryption." I nodded, my patience wearing thin. Time was of the essence. Every minute counted. Just then, Admiral Vex approached me, her eyes locked on mine with an intensity that bordered on desperation. "Axel, we have a problem," she said, her voice low and urgent. "Our scouts have reported a large Luminari fleet massing at the edge of the galaxy. It's a behemoth, Axel, hundreds of ships strong." My heart skipped a beat. This was at the moment of truth. The fate of humanity hung in the balance, and I was the only one who could tip the scales. I took a deep breath, my mind racing with strategies and tactics. I knew what I had to do. It was time to take the fight to the Luminari. "Aurora, prepare a transmission to our allies," I said, my voice firm and decisive. "We need to assemble a fleet, and fast. It's time to show the Luminari the true meaning of humanity's strength." The chamber erupted into a flurry of activity, dignitaries scrambling to prepare for the coming battle. I stood tall, my eyes locked on the stars beyond the throne's windows, my heart pounding with anticipation. The fate of humanity hung in the balance, and I was ready to lead the charge. But little did I know, a new player was about to enter the scene, one that would change the course of humanity's destiny forever. As I stood tall, my eyes fixed on the stars, a sudden commotion broke out at the rear of the chamber. The dignitaries parted, revealing a young woman with striking features and an otherworldly aura about her. Her skin shimmered like the moon, and her hair cascaded down her back like a river of night. She wore a flowing white robe, embroidered with intricate patterns that seemed to pulse with an inner light. The room fell silent, all eyes fixed on the mysterious woman. I sensed an air of unease emanating from Aurora, my trusted AI companion. Her processing units hummed with increased activity, as if trying to comprehend the sudden arrival of this enigmatic figure. "Who are you?" I asked, my voice firm but controlled. The woman's eyes locked onto mine, and I felt a jolt of electricity run through my veins. Her gaze was piercing, as if she could see into the very soul of me. "I am Lyra, a member of the ancient Celestial Council," she replied, her voice like music. "I have come to warn you, Axel, that the fate of humanity hangs in the balance. The Luminaris plans go far beyond a simple conquest. They seek to exploit a hidden portal in the galaxy, one that could grant them unimaginable power." I felt a shiver run down my spine as Lyra's words hung in the air. A hidden portal. It was a possibility I had never considered. "Aurora, can you verify Lyra's claims?" I asked, my eyes never leaving the mysterious woman. "I'm running scans, Axel," Aurora replied, her processing units humming with increased activity. But I need more data to confirm Lyra's statements. I nodded, my mind racing with the implications. If Lyra was telling the truth, we had to act fast. The fate of humanity hung in the balance, and I was the only one who could tip the scales. Admiral Vex, assemble a team to investigate Lyra's claims, I ordered, my voice firm and decisive. We need to know if this hidden portal exists, and what the Luminari plan to do with it. The chamber erupted into a flurry of activity, Lyra's enigmatic presence forgotten in the face of the looming crisis. I felt a sense of unease, however, as I gazed into her piercing eyes. There was more to Lyra than met the eye, and I couldn't shake the feeling that she was hiding secrets of her own. As the dignitaries scrambled to prepare for the coming battle, I couldn't help but wonder what other surprises lay in store for humanity, and how would we survive the challenges that lay ahead. I turned to Lyra, my eyes locked onto hers. What else can you tell us about this portal? Where is it located? Lyra's gaze never wavered, her eyes seeming to bore into my very soul. The portal is hidden within the astral plateau, a realm of intense energy fluctuations. It's a treacherous region, even for the most advanced species. I nodded, my mind racing with the implications. The astral plateau was notorious for its unpredictable energy storms and unstable wormholes. If the Luminari were planning to exploit this portal, we had to get there first. Aurora, can you pinpoint the location of this portal? I asked, my eyes darting to my AI companion. Trying, Axel, Aurora replied, her processing units humming with increased activity. But I need more data to narrow down the search. Lyra's eyes flashed with a hint of impatience. You don't have much time, Axel. The Luminari are moving swiftly, and if they reach the portal before you, humanity will be doomed. I felt a surge of adrenaline coursing through my veins. I couldn't let that happen. Assemble a team, Aurora. We need to gather the best pilots, engineers, and scientists to investigate this portal. We'll leave within the hour. Aurora's processing units beeped in response, and the chamber erupted into a flurry of activity. Lyra's enigmatic presence seemed to recede into the background, replaced by the urgency of the mission ahead. As I watched my team scramble to prepare, I couldn't shake the feeling that Lyra was hiding something. What secrets lay beneath her cryptic warnings and mysterious aura? I made a mental note to keep a close eye on her, to unravel the truth behind her sudden appearance. The fate of humanity hung in the balance, and I was the only one who could tip the scales. I took a deep breath, mentally preparing for the challenges ahead. The galaxy was full of surprises, and I was about to face the most daunting one yet. Let's move, team, I barked, my voice echoing through the chamber. We have a portal to find and a future to secure. The room erupted into a frenzy of activity, Lyra's piercing eyes watching me with an intensity that made my skin prickle. I knew I had to stay one step ahead of her and the Luminari to ensure humanity's survival. As I strode out of the chamber, flanked by my trusted team, I felt the weight of responsibility settling onto my shoulders. The fate of humanity hung in the balance, and I was the only one who could save it. The stars beckoned, and I was ready to answer the call. The sleek, silver hull of the Aurora's Hope gleamed in the hangar's bright lights, its engines humming with anticipation. My team, handpicked from the best humanity had to offer, bustled around the ship, performing final checks and preparations for our journey to the astral plateau. I watched, a sense of pride and determination swelling within me as the pilots, engineers, and scientists worked in perfect harmony. This was what humanity did best: adapt, improvise, and overcome. Aurora's gentle voice whispered in my ear, "All systems check, Axel. We're cleared for departure." I nodded, my eyes scanning the hangar one last time. Lyra stood at the periphery, her eyes fixed on me with an unnerving intensity. What was she waiting for? What did she know that I didn't? With a deep breath, I made my decision. Let's move out, team. We have a portal to find. The Aurora's Hope lifted off the hangar floor, its engines roaring to life as we soared into the unknown. The astral plateau, with its treacherous energy storms and unstable wormholes, loomed ahead, a challenge waiting to be conquered. As we pierced the atmosphere, the stars twinkling like diamonds against the inky blackness, I felt a sense of trepidation. What lay ahead? What secrets would the portal reveal? Lyra's words echoed in my mind, her warning about the Luminaris' true intentions. I pushed the doubts aside, focusing on the task at hand. I had to believe in my team, in humanity's indomitable spirit. Aurora, plot the most direct course to the astral plateau, I ordered, my eyes fixed on the navigation charts unfolding before me. Calculating, Axel, Aurora replied, her processing units humming with increased activity. We'll need to navigate through the Cygnus Rift to reach the plateau. It's a narrow window, but it'll save us valuable time. I nodded, my mind racing with the implications. The Cygnus Rift was notorious for its turbulent asteroid fields and unpredictable energy currents. One miscalculation, and we'd be torn apart. Prepare for turbulence, team, I warned, my voice calm and steady. We're about to enter the rift. The ship shuddered, its hull groaning under the strain as we pierced the asteroid field. I gripped the armrests of my chair, my knuckles white with tension as the stars blurred into a kaleidoscope of color and light. We emerged on the other side, the Aurora's hope battered but intact. The astral plateau stretched out before us, its energy storms crackling with electricity. Lyra, can you sense anything? I asked, my eyes locked onto the mysterious woman. Lyra's eyes seemed to cloud, her gaze turning inward. The portal is close, Axel. I can feel its resonance calling to me. I felt a shiver run down my spine. What secrets lay hidden within the portal's depths? Plot a course for the portal, Aurora, I ordered, my heart pounding with anticipation. We're going in. The Aurora's hope surged forward, its engines burning bright as we hurtled toward the unknown. The fate of humanity hung in the balance, and I was about to uncover the secrets that would decide its future. As we approached the portal, a swirling vortex of light and energy, I knew that nothing would ever be the same again. The mysteries of the galaxy were about to be revealed, and humanity's destiny would be reshaped forever. The portal's energy enveloped us, a blinding flash of light that seemed to stretch on forever. I felt my consciousness expanding as if the very fabric of space-time was unfolding before me. When the light faded, we found ourselves in a realm unlike any I had ever seen. The sky was a deep, electric blue, and the air vibrated with an otherworldly hum. Strange, crystalline structures rose from the ground, pulsing with a soft blue light. Lyra stepped forward, her eyes aglow with an intense, almost feverish excitement. This is it, Axel. The astral plateau, the gateway to the Luminaris secrets. I felt a sense of awe wash over me, tempered by a growing sense of unease. What secrets lay hidden in this realm, and what lay beyond the portal, waiting to be discovered? Aurora, begin scanning the area, I ordered, my eyes scanning the horizon. We need to know what we're dealing with. The ship's advanced sensors hummed to life, casting a network of invisible probes across the plateau. Data began to flow in, painting a picture of a realm both familiar and yet utterly alien. Axis, detecting anomalous energy signatures, Aurora reported, her voice crisp and professional. The crystalline structures are emitting a unique resonance, one that's affecting local spacetime. I felt a shiver run down my spine. The Luminaris technology was beyond anything humanity had ever seen. What kind of power did they possess to warp the very fabric of reality? Lyra, can you interface with the structures? I asked, my eyes locked onto the mysterious woman. Lyra nodded, her eyes closed as she reached out with her mind. The air seemed to shimmer around her as if the very essence of the plateau was responding to her presence. "I'm in," she whispered, her eyes snapping open. "The structures are alive. They're a gateway to the Luminaris knowledge, Axel, a repository of ancient secrets and forbidden technology." I felt my heart pounding with excitement. The secrets of the galaxy lay within our grasp. But at what cost? Suddenly, sensing a presence, Lyra continued, her voice laced with a growing unease. "Something ancient, something powerful. It's watching us, Axel, waiting for us to make our move." I felt a cold dread creeping up my spine. What kind of beings had created this realm and what did they want from us? Aurora, raise our shields, I ordered, my voice firm and steady. We don't know what we're dealing with here. Let's be prepared for anything. The ship's shields shimmered to life, casting a protective barrier around us. I stood tall, my eyes locked onto the horizon, ready to face whatever lay ahead. The fate of humanity hung in the balance, and I was about to uncover the secrets that would decide its future. But as I gazed out into the unknown, I couldn't shake the feeling that we were being watched, that unseen eyes were trained upon us, waiting for us to make our next move. And then, out of the corner of my eye, I saw it. A figure, tall and imposing, emerging from the heart of the astral plateau. Its eyes burned with an inner fire, and its presence seemed to fill the very air around us. "Lyra, what is that?" I whispered, my voice barely audible. Lyra's eyes locked onto the figure, her face pale and drawn. "I don't know, Axel, but I think we're about to find out." The figure drew closer, its eyes fixed upon us with an unblinking intensity. I could feel its presence, like a weight pressing down upon the air. "It's not Luminari," Lyra whispered, her voice laced with a growing unease. "Whatever it is, it's not from around here." Aurora's sensors hummed to life, casting a network of invisible probes across the figure. Data began to flow in, painting a picture of a being unlike any I had ever seen. "Axis, I'm detecting exotic energy signatures," Aurora reported, her voice crisp and professional. "This entity is unlike anything in our databases." I felt a shiver run down my spine. What kind of power did this being possess to defy explanation? The figure halted before us, its eyes burning with an inner fire. For a moment we simply stared at each other, the air thick with tension. Then, in a voice that was both ancient and timeless, it spoke. "Greetings, Axel. I am the guardian of the astral plateau. You have entered this realm uninvited, but you have also shown great courage." I swallowed hard, trying to find my voice. "What do you want from us?" I asked, my words barely above a whisper. The guardian's gaze seemed to pierce through me, as if it could see the very secrets of my heart. "I will show you the secrets of the Luminari," it replied, its voice like thunder in the distance. "But first, you must prove yourselves worthy." Lyra stepped forward, her eyes aglow with excitement. "We're ready," she said, her voice firm and steady. "We'll do whatever it takes to unlock the secrets of the galaxy." The Guardian's gaze seemed to linger on Lyra, as if it saw something in her that I did not. "Very well," it replied, its voice dripping with an air of expectation. "Let us begin the trials." Without warning, the air around us seemed to shift and ripple, like the surface of a pond disturbed by a thrown stone. The Guardian vanished, leaving behind only the faintest whisper of its presence. "What's happening?" I asked, my voice laced with a growing unease. Lyra's eyes locked onto the horizon, her face set in a determined mask. "The trials have begun," she whispered. "We must be ready to face whatever comes next." I stood tall, my heart pounding with excitement. The fate of humanity hung in the balance, and I was about to face the greatest challenge of my life. The air seemed to vibrate with anticipation, as if the very fabric of reality was holding its breath. And then, in a flash of light, the first trial began. The world around us dissolved into a kaleidoscope of colors, each one blurring into the next as the Guardian's power washed over us. I felt Lyra's hand grasp mine, her grip like a vice as we stumbled forward into the unknown. When the light faded, we found ourselves standing on a narrow precipice, overlooking a sea of swirling energies. The air was alive with crackling power, like the hum of 1,000 stars converging into a single point. "What is this place?" Lyra breathed, her eyes wide with wonder. I shook my head, my mind reeling from the sheer scale of the landscape before us. The Guardian's voice echoed in our minds, its words like a gentle breeze on a summer's day. "This is the realm of echoes, where the fabric of reality is woven and unwoven. You must navigate its currents to reach the heart of the astral plateau." Lyra's grip on my hand tightened, her eyes locked onto the swirling energies below. "We need to find a way down," she whispered, her voice laced with determination. I nodded, my mind racing with the possibilities. We couldn't simply jump into the unknown. We needed a plan, a way to harness the power of the realm of echoes to our advantage. Aurora's sensors hummed to life, casting a network of probes across the landscape. Data began to flow in, painting a picture of the currents and eddies that swirled beneath our feet. "I've found a pattern," Aurora reported, her voice crisp and professional. "If we time our descent correctly, we can ride the currents to the heart of the astral plateau." I nodded, a plan forming in my mind. "Let's do it," I said, my voice firm and steady. Lyra's eyes locked onto mine, a spark of excitement igniting within them. "Together," she whispered, her voice barely audible over the hum of the realm of echoes. We jumped, our bodies plummeting towards the swirling energies below. The air rushed past us, a deafening roar that threatened to consume us whole. I felt Lyra's hand in mine, her grip like a lifeline as we navigated the treacherous currents of the realm of echoes. We twisted and turned, our bodies buffeted by the raw power of the astral plateau. The world blurred around us, a kaleidoscope of colors and energies that threatened to tear us apart. And then, in an instant, we broke through to the other side. The realm of echoes dissipated, leaving behind only the faintest whisper of its presence. We stood at the edge of a crystal lake, its surface reflecting the starry beauty of the astral plateau above. The air was still, the silence almost palpable after the cacophony of the realm of echoes. At the center of the lake, a glowing crystal pedestal rose from the depths, its surface etched with ancient runes that shimmered like the stars themselves. "The heart of the astral plateau," Lyra whispered, her eyes wide with wonder. I nodded, my heart pounding with excitement. We had reached the first milestone in our journey, but at what cost? The Guardian's voice echoed in our minds, its words like a gentle breeze on a summer's day. "The trials have only just begun. You must face the reflections of your own hearts to unlock the secrets of the Luminari." I felt a shiver run down my spine. What secrets lay hidden within my own heart, waiting to be uncovered? Lyra's eyes locked onto mine, a spark of determination igniting within them. "Together," she whispered, her voice barely audible over the silence of the astral plateau. We stepped forward, our footsteps echoing across the crystal lake as we approached the heart of the astral plateau. The fate of humanity hung in the balance, and we were about to face the greatest challenge of our lives as we approached the pedestal. The runes etched into its surface began to glow with an intense, pulsing light. The air around us seemed to vibrate with an otherworldly energy, as if the very fabric of reality was shifting to accommodate our presence. I felt Lyra's hand tighten around mine, her grip like a lifeline as we stepped into the unknown. The Guardian's words echoed in my mind, a gentle reminder of the trials that lay ahead. Suddenly, the crystal pedestal began to shimmer and dissolve, revealing a series of mirror-like surfaces that surrounded us. The reflections that stared back at us were not our own, but rather echoes of our deepest fears and desires. Lyra's reflection gazed back at her, its eyes blazing with a fierce determination. My own reflection stared back at me, its eyes dark and haunted by the shadows of my past. I felt a pang of unease as I gazed upon my reflection. What secrets lay hidden within my own heart, waiting to be uncovered? The Guardian's words echoed in my mind, a reminder that I must face my own reflections to unlock the secrets of the Luminari. Lyra's hand in mine was the only anchor that kept me grounded as I gazed upon my reflection. Her eyes locked onto mine, a spark of determination igniting within them. "Together," she whispered, her voice barely audible over the silence of the astral plateau. We stepped forward, our reflections shifting and twisting around us. The air was alive with the whispers of our deepest fears and desires, as if the very fabric of reality was unraveling before our eyes. I felt my reflection begin to shift and change, its eyes darkening as the shadows of my past threatened to consume me. Lyra's reflection stood tall, its eyes blazing with a fierce determination as it faced its own demons. We stood at the threshold of a new era, our reflections staring back at us like gatekeepers to the secrets of the Luminari. I knew that we had to face our deepest fears and desires if we were to unlock the secrets of the astral plateau. The Guardian's voice echoed in our minds, its words like a gentle breeze on a summer's day. The trials have only just begun. You must face the reflections of your own hearts to unlock the secrets of the Luminari. I felt a shiver run down my spine as I gazed upon my reflection. What secrets lay hidden within my own heart, waiting to be uncovered? Lyra's eyes locked onto mine, a spark of determination igniting within them. Together, she whispered, her voice barely audible over the silence of the astral plateau. We stepped forward, our reflections dissolving into the mist as we faced the unknown. The fate of humanity hung in the balance, and we were about to face the greatest challenge of our lives. The world around us dissolved into a kaleidoscope of colors, each one blurring into the next as we stepped into the unknown. I felt Lyra's hand in mine, her grip like a lifeline as we navigated the treacherous landscape of our own hearts. The secrets of the Luminari lay hidden within us, waiting to be uncovered. We had to face our deepest fears and desires if we were to unlock the secrets of the astral plateau. As we stepped forward, the mist began to clear, revealing a figure standing before us. Its eyes blazed with an otherworldly energy, its presence like a beacon calling us deeper into the unknown. "Who are you?" Lyra whispered, her voice barely audible over the silence of the astral plateau. The figure's eyes locked onto mine, its gaze like a piercing light that saw into the very soul of me. "I am the keeper of the Luminari," it replied, its voice like a gentle breeze on a summer's day. "And you, mortal, are the key to unlocking its secrets." I felt a shiver run down my spine as I gazed upon the keeper. What secrets lay hidden within its heart, waiting to be uncovered? Lyra's eyes locked onto mine, a spark of determination igniting within them. Together, she whispered, her voice barely audible over the silence of the astral plateau. We stepped forward, our hearts pounding with excitement as we faced the unknown. The fate of humanity hung in the balance, and we were about to face the greatest challenge of our lives. The keeper's words hung in the air like a challenge, its eyes blazing with an otherworldly intensity. I felt Lyra's hand in mine, her grip like a lifeline as we navigated the treacherous landscape of our own hearts. "What do you mean?" I asked, my voice barely above a whisper. "What secrets lie hidden within the Luminari?" The keeper's gaze never wavered, its eyes piercing through the veil of uncertainty. "The Luminari holds the key to unlocking the secrets of the universe," it replied, its voice like a gentle breeze on a summer's day. "But to access its power, you must first confront the shadows within your own heart." I felt a shiver run down my spine as I gazed upon the keeper. Its words echoed the Guardian's, a reminder that I must face my own reflections to unlock the secrets of the Luminari. Lyra's eyes locked onto mine, a spark of determination igniting within them. "What do we need to do?" she asked, her voice firm and resolute. The keeper's gaze shifted, its eyes blazing with an otherworldly energy. "You must journey through the realms of the Luminari," it replied, its voice like a whispered secret. "Each realm holds a secret, a piece of the puzzle that will unlock the secrets of the universe." I felt a sense of excitement building within me, a sense of wonder and awe at the possibilities that lay before us. "What kind of secrets?" I asked, my voice barely above a whisper. The keeper's gaze never wavered, its eyes piercing through the veil of uncertainty. "The secrets of creation and destruction," it replied, its voice like a gentle breeze on a summer's day. "The secrets of life and death." Lyra's grip on my hand tightened, her eyes locked onto mine. "We're ready," she whispered, her voice barely audible over the silence of the astral plateau. The keeper's gaze shifted, its eyes blazing with an otherworldly energy. "Then let us begin," it replied, its voice like a whispered secret. The world around us dissolved into a kaleidoscope of colors, each one blurring into the next as we stepped into the unknown. The fate of humanity hung in the balance, and we were about to face the greatest challenge of our lives. As we stepped forward, the mist began to clear, revealing a realm unlike any I had ever seen. The air was alive with the whispers of ancient secrets, the ground pulsing with an otherworldly energy. "This is the realm of creation," the keeper whispered, its voice like a gentle breeze on a summer's day. "Here you will find the secrets of the universe's birth." I felt a sense of wonder and awe as I gazed upon the realm, its beauty unlike anything I had ever seen. Lyra's hand in mine was the only anchor that kept me grounded as we navigated the treacherous landscape of the Luminari. "What secrets lie hidden within this realm?" I asked, my voice barely above a whisper. The keeper's gaze never wavered, its eyes piercing through the veil of uncertainty. "The secrets of creation," it replied, its voice like a whispered secret. "The secrets of how the universe came to be." I felt a shiver run down my spine as I gazed upon the realm of creation. What secrets lay hidden within its heart, waiting to be uncovered? Lyra's eyes locked onto mine, a spark of determination igniting within them. Together, she whispered, her voice barely audible over the silence of the astral plateau. We stepped forward, our hearts pounding with excitement as we faced the unknown. The fate of humanity hung in the balance, and we were about to face the greatest challenge of our lives.